Okay, so we're doing factorising trinomials now, which is kind of carries on for the stuff we've been doing in the algebra topic. You see here for this first example, if you're multiplying at the pair of brackets x plus 3, x plus 4, whichever method that you chose to do for that, whether it be the table or whether you separate the brackets out, you'll end up with x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 12, which comes to x squared plus 7x plus 12. Hopefully at this stage you're okay with doing that type of thing. What I want to do is look a wee bit closer at where we get some of these numbers from. So if we look at the 7, for instance, we get that from 4 plus 3. And the 12, we get that from multiplying 4 and 3 together. So we're going to need that when it comes to this particular topic. That knowledge is going to help us. Factorising is really the reverse of what we've been doing with multiplying at brackets. It's about taking an expression and putting it back into brackets. So we've done the first part. We're now going to look at what we do next. So let's look at something like this, x squared plus 7x plus 12. Right, we can see there's no brackets there, but it's wanting us to factorise it, which means put it into a pair of brackets. So let's look at where we get the 7 from. Right, remember we're looking for two numbers that add to make 7, and we're also looking for two numbers that multiply to make 12. So that's what we need to do. So let's look then, first of all, it's probably easier to look at the numbers that multiply to make 12. So here we've got a wee list made up. There's obvious ones like 1 times 12, 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. Perhaps not so obvious are the negative numbers. So you've got negative 1 times negative 12, negative 2 times negative 6, negative 3 times negative 4. So that is not so obvious, the negative numbers, but we are going to need to remember them. So we're also looking for two numbers then that multiply to make 12. We also need two numbers that add to make 7. So looking down that list, there is only one pair of numbers there that add to make 7, and that's 4 and 3. So x squared plus 7x, when we put them into brackets, it's going to be x plus 3 and x plus 4. And that is an expression that's been factorised. Let's look at another example there. So here we've got x squared plus 12x plus 35. We're looking for two numbers then that add to make 12, and another two numbers that multiply to make 35. So let's list all the numbers first of all that we know when we multiply them together they make 35. So we've got obvious ones, 1 times 35 and so on, 5 times 7. Again, we're not going to forget the negative ones. We'll be looking at negative numbers later on. So we need to pick a pair of numbers there which also add to make the 12. So of course the only obvious one there is 5 and 7. So to fully factorise, you're going to take x squared plus 12x plus 35, stick it into two brackets where it must be plus 5 and plus 7 inside the brackets as well. So this again has been fully factorised. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to try this one. So x squared plus 7x plus 10, factorise that. So if you want to pause this video at this point and give it a go. Okay, so what would the solution be? So two numbers that we're looking for, which add to make 7. Two numbers that would multiply, you times them together make 10. So there isn't a great deal of pairs, if you like, that multiply to make 10, 1 and 10, 2 and 5, and of course the not so obvious negative numbers if you multiply them together. The pair, of course, to add to make 7 is 2 and 5. So x squared plus 7x plus 10, when you factorise that, becomes x plus 2 and multiplied by x plus 5. Okay, so that's when we're factorising, and we've got two numbers here, and we'll look at where the negative numbers come in the next lesson. Okay.